So I work for a commercial real estate development firm. It's called Parkway Lakes Master Ltd. What we do is essentially we buy up land and then we master loans and we get them approved so we can develop the land. We then develop the tracts of the land and sell them off in leases for major projects. So what I do for my firm is I work in the lending department and the loan creation department. So I essentially draft up draw sheets for my company, whether it be a $9 million loan or a $20 million loan, and I create the pro formas for these loans so they can be submitted to lenders so that then we can show them the expenses we have going out and the income we have going in, and so that will show them how long the loan will be paid off till, and based on the numbers we generate, the lenders will tell us if they approve the loan or not and if we can have it. My coworkers in the firm are Robert Ferguson Sr., who is the president and CEO of the firm. His son also works for the firm, is Corey Ferguson and Bobby Ferguson. We have another vice president named Milton, and then we have two secretaries named Tammy and Kathy. Their jobs in the firm are, what Milton does is he works in leasing and he's kind of the accountant with the firm. Bobby and Corey work on architecture and design and a lot of engineering with the tracks that we develop. And Robert deals mainly with the banks and doing press releases, the big stuff to bring people into the company. And then Tammy and Kathy are the secretaries. So the men do most of the development work, whether it be reaching out to customers, trying to attract leases, press releases, and I obviously deal with all of the loan information and loan sheets that we create in the firm, whereas the women are the secretaries, and so they deal with all the incoming phone calls, they deal with the payroll, they deal with making appointments and things like that. We've really never had any gender issues in our workplace just because the firm's been around for a long time. Everyone knows each other really well, and the secretaries are just as important to the firm as are the men, because there's a lot of things they do that we wouldn't run smoothly or be successful if we didn't have them, and we wouldn't be able to do. So we really have a respect for what they do and the hours they put in, and they have the same for us. I would say very respectfully. I mean, like I said, we couldn't run smoothly without them, whether it be payroll or setting stuff up. You know, a lot of times we're drowning so deeply in loans and trying to get things developed that we forget about appointments, and they really keep us on our feet. So there's really just an aspect of just respect and integrity between all of us, because we all feel like we need each other for everything to run smoothly. The only challenges I would say would maybe be the power struggle of just like with the CEO of the firm and the secretaries. You know, sometimes they want to go home, sometimes they want to call it, and he can be a little hard on them. I don't know if that's possibly based on the fact that they're women. It's just the fact that they're the secretaries, and sometimes he needs stuff done when they want to go home, and so there's kind of a power dynamic there where they may not enjoy it, but they have to stay and get it done. When I was younger, I had a boss who was female, but it was the same dynamic I've seen with every other firm that I worked with. I did see times where there seemed to be a little less respect from some of the males that worked in the workplace. I did notice that in the past when I had a female boss, and now with the firm that I work with my male superior, it does seem that all the males in my firm now respect him and never really challenge him, where the one time that I did have a female superior, it seemed that at times she'd be challenged when she would say things just because the males felt that their opinion mattered a little bit more because she was female. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to answer any questions that you had.